Bright lights, lively casinos, stacks of cash, and drinks everywhere. That's the typical image anyone conjures when someone thinks of going to Las Vegas. And while that's partially true, there's more to Vegas than just spending big at the craps table. If you don't want the casinos to swallow you and your entire trip, then here are some travel tips for your next trip to Las Vegas. Welcome to our channel, where we share with you all of the amazing places on this planet to put on your bucket list. If you're new here, we know you're going to like it here. And if you're a subscriber, thank you for coming back. Without further ado, here we go. Things you need to know before you book your trip to Las Vegas. Number 1. Know what and where the Strip is. If you've done a quick research about going to Vegas, you've probably seen the term the Strip thrown around. The Strip this, the Strip that. But what and where is it really? The Strip is actually a 4.2-mile stretch of Las Vegas Boulevard, where all the large neon-lit casinos and hotels are. It starts at the Strat from the north and ends by the Welcome to Las Vegas sign in the south. The boulevard itself stretches further than those landmarks, but the Strip is only between those two. And even if you miss those two markers, you'll quickly realize whether you're on the Strip or not when you notice the overabundance, or lack, of large buildings and bright, lively lights. Number 2. Check out downtown Las Vegas. Now that you knew what and where the Strip is, the next thing to learn is that downtown Las Vegas is entirely different from the Strip. Just because the big casinos and high-end restaurants are there doesn't mean it's downtown. Thankfully, downtown Vegas is just a bit north of the Strip. So if you go further north, past the Strat, and cross Charleston Boulevard, you're pretty much in the downtown area. Fremont Street is usually what people have in mind when you say downtown Las Vegas. And don't make the mistake of shrugging off downtown either. At its southern end is the Arts District, where the indie art and performing scene thrives within converted warehouses. Go further north to reach the theaters sitting next to each other, or walk down Fremont to see where modern-day Vegas was born. How about checking out their strange museums, like the Mob Museum or the Neon Museum? Number 3. Visit the Strip on weekdays. Unless you just want to experience and observe the crowds, you should avoid the Strip during weekends and public holidays. That's when most people swarm into the area, leaving you stranded behind massive lines just to get into one establishment. Also, hotel rooms are a lot more expensive during these periods. If they're not already sold out, that is. But if you want to enjoy things in your own time your visit so you're there from Monday to Thursday. Things will be quieter and less crowded, so it's much more manageable to go to places and experience them. Hotel rooms will also be cheaper, and you may be able to take advantage of weekday deals from restaurants. Number 4. Walk around and dress comfortably. Remember when we mentioned that the Strip is 4.2 miles long? If you're having fun and enjoying the sights, you might not notice it, but the distance will quickly creep up on you. Even worse when you're wearing high heels and a sequin dress, going to that famous club. It's easy to lose track of things when distracted by the lights around you, especially when you enter these multi-level establishments housing different stores to browse through. To avoid foot pain and getting tired early, wear a comfortable pair of shoes instead. It'll be a lot easier to move around, and your feet will thank you. As for clothing, you should wear something cool and breathable. It might not be apparent immediately, but Las Vegas is actually in a desert. That means the heat can be severe and unbearable, especially during summer. But don't dress too loosely because buildings have their air conditioning cranked high, and it can get a bit cold if you're not ready. Number 5. Use the free trams. Don't feel like walking the entire 4.2 miles every day? Try taking the free trams to get from one point to another easier. Even if it takes longer than it would have if you were walking, at least you can get a break from all the walking and the heat. Here are some of the trams you can take. The Aria Express. The Aria Express runs from the Bellagio to Park MGM, stopping at Crystal Shopping Mall. There's a tram from Mandalay Bay to Excalibur, and it sometimes stops at the Luxor. There's also a tram that runs between the Mirage and Treasure Island. Number 6. Regulate your schedule. Las Vegas is on 24/7, especially at the Strip, so you'll lose track of time quickly if you're not careful. Casinos don't have clocks or any time-telling display on their walls because they want you to enjoy yourself and spend your money. Of course, when you're sleep deprived and slightly intoxicated is when you make silly mistakes. And those mistakes can get expensive if you're gambling. That's why you should give yourself some sort of modified schedule when in Vegas. Definitely stay up way past your regular bedtime if that's what you want, but don't stay up for so long that you end up not getting any sleep. And when you do go to bed, wake up slightly later than usual so you have enough energy for the evening. That way, you won't miss brunch buffet and the late night happy hour specials all on the same day. And there's a small tidbit of advice. Try not to visit restaurants from 6 to 8 p.m. That's when they're the busiest and the lines are the longest. The last thing you want is to spend hours of your evening stuck in line when you could be enjoying the bustle of Sin City. Try to get in restaurants before that, or eat something small and wait for the late night happy hour specials to kick in. Number 7, moderate your wallet. This tip applies not only to gambling, but also your Vegas trip expenses in general. Of course, you want to watch what you're spending while gambling because it's easy to get carried away with the prospect of, I'll get it back next time. But you also need to watch how much you spend at nearly every bar, buffet, and restaurant throughout the Strip, or even on Fremont. Even hotels and taxis can drain your bank account quickly with the resort fees and service charges if you're not careful enough. So have a budget of how much you'll spend at the casino and everywhere else. And make sure you read any fine prints before booking things online. And if you really want to make sure you're not overspending, you can always use cash. Just don't walk the streets with big wads of money around. Number 8, consider using Tix for Vegas. Here's one way to moderate your wallet. Use Tix for Vegas. And no, we're not sponsored by them. We just think it's a great idea that needs to be shared. Tix for Vegas operates a few booths throughout the Strip to help you find discounted last-minute tickets for shows and attractions. They're easy to find as well, with their bright red signage. Don't just completely rely on them, however. Just because you can score discounted tickets doesn't mean you should always buy from them. Do a quick search and shop around before you commit to a purchase, or you might spend more instead. Use Tix for Vegas as an option, not a crutch. Number 9, sign up for loyalty programs. Signing up for each casino's loyalty program comes with a few perks. Aside from the obvious discount and promotional codes, some offer a free $10 or $15 worth of free play. They also have rewards programs that turn your casino and hotel spending into points, redeemable for things such as free meals. Of course, you'll only reap the benefits if you focus on one establishment, as it could take a while to rack up the points. You can either pick one casino and focus your time there, or sign up for each one to take advantage of the free plays and be on the mailing list for future promotions. Keep in mind that some of these casinos are part of a larger brand, such as Caesar's Palace or MGM Grand, so you can keep reusing the same loyalty account across their locations. That could come in handy in your travels when redeeming your points or taking advantage of their discount codes for your next travel destination. Number 10, enjoy free shows along the Strip. You don't always have to gamble when you're on the Strip. There are plenty of free shows for you to catch, even if you're not planning to go inside the casino. For example, see the fountain shows at the Bellagio. Seeing the fountain shows at the Bellagio is a must, especially when it goes off during the evening. The water fountains are set to music, accompanied by a colorful display of 4,792 lights. Or how about the Mirage Volcano, erupting every hour starting at 8 p.m.? Watch a finely choreographed show of fireballs and smoke that goes 100 feet up into the air. As long as you keep your eyes open and are curious enough to look, you'll find plenty of free entertainment along the Strip. Number 11, book your lodging just outside the Strip. While it could be convenient to book a hotel room on the Strip, so you can be right in the thick of things, it might not always be economical. Most establishments charge a premium because of their location, and if you're not careful, you could pay more because of the daily resort fees. So instead of paying through the nose for a hotel room, why not venture half a mile north or south and book a room right outside the Strip? You'll still be within walking distance of the main attractions, but you'll stay in a more affordable room. Bonus points if you stay around downtown Vegas instead. You'll be close to the Strip and other downtown Las Vegas spots. Visiting Las Vegas is definitely an experience, regardless of whether you're there to gamble or not. but you can make your visit even better by following our tips. So, what was your favorite tip? Comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, you are definitely going to love this other video from our channel. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. See you soon, and until then, bon voyage.